my all-time goal was squatting 1,000 pounds. That's all I've ever wanted to do. When I was young, I had, one of my first books I ever got was a book from Fred Hatfield. And, the mythical 1,000-pound squat. Now, you guys have to understand, this is before the internet. So there was no videos. There's just like, it was kind of like if, I would assume when you were a kid and you heard about Kiss. And all you had was like an album cover and the stories.
Right.
It wasn't like
extremely superficial perception of what is going on here.
Yeah, and you're like, holy shit, these dudes get up there and they're in this crazy makeup and they're blowing fire. And it's like, holy shit, this is amazing. So, that's kind of what Fred Hatfield was, and all these great lifters and stuff was, you just saw pictures. I remember seeing a picture of Terry Long, who was out at he's a football player for the Steelers. He was, at East Carolina, he was pulling 865 pounds. And, I have all these different pictures and stuff. So, when I saw the 1,000-pound squat, that's what I really, I ended up having a great meet that I did squat 1,000, but, after I did that, I knew I was done. The great thing and the good and the bad thing with powerlifting is it's an infinite sport. So you never really have anyone tell you it's over.
No, you have to come to that conclusion yourself.
And there's, it's like in football or baseball or basketball, it's like, well, we're just not going to renew your contract.
Right. Somebody does it for you. Yeah.
And Dave and I had talked about that, and that's the good thing and the bad thing about powerlifting is, competitively speaking, you can always find an organization or...
Well, you can always lift masters, and you can always go total, whatever it is. If you want to just go to the meet and have fun at the meet, powerlifting is an extremely useful sport in that way. If you consider yourself a legitimate competitor, there comes a time at which you must decide that I can't compete.
Nope.
And
I remember you telling me your story.
In 1988 is when I retired. We were at the Greater Texas Classic in 1988. There were 6 guys in my weight class in the 220s. 6 guys. Steve Goggins. That meet totaled 24. Some ungodly ass, 2,400 total, and this is in '88. It was just a single ply suit. Goggins was an absolute freak. The man was an amazing lifter, and then the top 4 guys in that weight class total over 2,000 pounds. Right, the guy that placed 5th ahead of me totaled 18 something, and I showed up totaling low 1600s. And I said to myself, what would I have to do to place 5th in this meet next year? And am I willing to do that? And the answer was no. So I said, I'm done. I'm not going to go lift in low-level meets just for the sake of having another trophy on the wall. It was just time to, at that point, I'm not competitive anymore. The thing had passed me by. I didn't have the genetics. I wasn't willing to take all the shit you had to take to do any better than that. So I just said, it's time to coach now.